Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host, Justin, and my co-host, AJ Henson. Today, we got a very special guest, man. Guy, Bishop Staten, the Ravens flop president, man. My guy on Twitter and all that. So, like I said, everybody, season one, episode 8 for the YouTube channel, season 2, episode 2. This is our very second episode going live. So, we're going to give y'all some more visual stuff. So we're gonna go ahead, AJ, man. Go ahead and say something to the people before we get started, man.
All right, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for checking us out. Shout out to JP. Shout out to Maurice as well. I seen your episode the other day. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. I want to give a shout out to a couple of people who checked out our podcast and just in Ravens fan pages who, you know what I'm saying, they always, when we drop the video, they always comment or they hit me up or send me a message. I wanted to give a shout out to Brian Murray, Chris Wright, my boy Jamal Dunlap, Jeff Midget, Rick Barker, Gregory Purnell, Tim Owens, and Ronald Phillips. We appreciate y'all feedback, and we're gonna jump right into it.
We're gonna let the guest start first. AJ, it's only right. Mama always say let your guests go first. Anything. So go ahead, Bishop. Go ahead, jump right into it, man. Just give us your whole review of that collapse Sunday.
Oh man, I'm glad y'all guys brought me on. I'm a diehard Ravens fan. I've been there. Oh man, I say about 30 years. Um, First day Owens Mills training camp, day one, no ropes on the field. Security didn't have them with the flag or jackets on, and I walked down through the years. I've been victorious. I won 2 rings with Baltimore, and here I am this year. Off the injury year, we roll around and roll in, and we have a few problems, but I want to let the people know that this Raven team is still a dominant team. That's the first point. Do not think what happened at that game Sunday, and we all was there, and I've been sick. Don't think that what happened is a definition of the Baltimore Ravens team. I don't blame, as I told the guys previously, I do not blame the offense. Neither do I blame the defense. I put this win on one guy, and that's Coach John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be as talented to beat a team and you blow the game out. But as we can see that Miami has picked up some key components, Tyreek B. Hill being in Kansas City last year and set the record for the quickest scoring touchdown in the history of the game. And you got to watch. Last year, the Bills thought they had that game sealed. The camera shows Joe Allen, and I saw him in Vegas. We had a couple of drinks together, and he was a great guy. And I seen him, and the whole family was going off, and they was happy, they was excited. And 13 seconds, what happened? Tyreek. This defense that we had is a great defense, a phenomenal defense. They are Pro Bowlers everywhere. And they played a very, very, very great game all the way up to the end. And football is a bit different from making other decisions. In football, you can make one bad decision in the first quarter that can cost you later on in the fourth quarter. You can make a bad decision. A fumble can happen in the third quarter. You can come back into the game, but end up losing that game. But because that fumble happened, if it hadn't happened, you would be in a different position. And I'm saying this to say this. John Harbaugh made the worst call in Ravens history, sports football. 4th and 1. And I'll go tell y'all why that happened. But with 9 minutes left, 4th and 1, up 14. Being that if you make the field goal, we give it to the greatest kicker of all time, who kicked a 66-yarder in Detroit last year and set the all-time record. He was kicking 70-yarders every single, him and Stroud was kicking 70-yarders every single training camp. And we was, the crowd, woo, I went to 3 of them this year. But yet we get to 4th and 1 with the advantage in our home house, up 14, and we do not push the lead to 17 points. And I told the guys I was livid about it because I believe that he's a Hall of Famer coach that could not make a rec league call. In football, it's different from basketball. Football, you play one possession at a time, offense versus defense. In basketball, you play many possessions throughout the course of the basketball game. You have more possessions than basketball than you do football for. It is football and not basketball. And so he had a choice to maximize his possession, and he did not maximize. You always give yourself a chance to win the game. If you miss the field goal, you're in the very same position if you don't make the 4th down and 1. If you make the field goal, it completely turns the tide of the game, because now you can automatically go in stall ball mode and the game is over. We kick off to them. Even if they return it back for a touchdown, you're up 10 points now versus 14. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and you can stall ball for 2 possessions. You stall ball, say you go 4 and out. They had 1 timeout left. You punt the ball, they score again. You're down 3. You go 4 and out. You give them the ball. They have no timeouts left. And this is where you're at now versus putting yourself in position. I look at it as a coach. I don't know if we're watching the same game. I'm sure it's on the same channel all around the world. It's on the same lives. It's on the same podcasts. But as a coach, if I'm in fear of a team, a comeback, I have to push the scoring lead. Once I push the scoring lead, that gives me an extra possession to actually mess up. We messed up twice. They tied the game. They took the game back. And I was a little mad at how Greg Roman was conservative. But in that shock of a comeback, what do you expect him to be? A stop on 4th down and short, a momentum changer, a hit touchdown for whatever reason. I think Marcus Peters is still hurt. I think he should sit his butt down before he further hurt somebody. I don't think J.K. Dobbins needs to rush back. I don't think Ron and Stanley needs to rush back, because we're in the position we're in now, and we have the whole second half of the year. And if we don't value their healing now, it might come back and bite us in the butt, and we be back in the same position next year. And let me just be honest, and I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Lamar has the leverage. That's why he hasn't signed the contract yet. And I'm in fear, if this is a bad year this year, he's going to shoot the deuces, or he's going to put the organization in a position where they will have to shoot the deuces. But Matt McDonald, and I was pissed off at Russ Ryan for calling Matt McDonald. I know y'all heard it, that he was a hot shot defensive coordinator.
I heard that, yeah.
He said that because no way in the world you shut the Jets out. That was the easy one. But no way in the world you shut the high-powered Miami. And everybody was a Raven fan for the first 3 quarters. You ought to seen it. Our numbers was high. Our numbers was through the roof. I seen the Washington Commander fans leaving the Washington Commanders game on their way to Baltimore. And I said, look at this. And then John Harbaugh made a decision that cost the Ravens fan base a whole lot of questions to be answered in here. And guys, here we are.
Yeah. You can go ahead, AJ. You know, I like to go last.
Man, I mean, looking at that game, man, we came out. I mean, first play obviously was the score. You look at Duvernay taking it to the house. I'm like, man, we came to play. And what makes it even more worse that we lost this game is that it was a tribute game. The Goose and the Ferguson. So I look at it like, okay, we did come to play. Offense looked great. I mean, what I can say is some key pieces that we pointed out. First, I want to start with Patrick McCarry at left tackle. If it's an Iron Man award, if I could just give all votes to this dude to go to the Pro Bowl, he got my vote. I don't care what nobody say. Shout out to Patrick McCarry for holding it down at left tackle. I mean, he killing it. Shout out to my boy Linderbaum at center. You know, he was doing good. They did have a fumble on the goal line, but we did make up for that. We scored. So to me, that wasn't a big deal. And plus we recovered the ball back there. But it was a tribute game, and ultimately what it came down to was coaching. You got the greatest kicker to ever play in the National Football League. It's Justin Tucker. Now, I will say this though. On that fumble, on that possession, and you was at the game, JP. You seen it up close and personal.
Yeah.
I do have a question. We ran the same play twice with Mike Davis in a wishbone formation. I didn't understand that. So now we go jumbo, and then Lamar tries to run it and he don't get it in. So I'm like,
look, Skip, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's foolishness. Put Daniel Falele back in the backfield and let him run down here. There you go, man. I'm done for the rest of the podcast. I think these Hall of Fame, these brains with the degrees are making this game so hard, man.
So hard
They
to
are
make.
making this game. We have the talent. We have the health this year. We have the draft pick, and they're making this game so hard. And John Harbaugh is being anti-bullied. He's been anti-bullied. And I'm going to let you go, and I didn't mean to cut you off, and I will not do that, but I'm pissed. He's been anti-bullied into letting Lamar say it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Broken goal. 31. We got it. We got it. Go ahead. We got it. And he's been anti-bullet to go and forgetting all about the dynamics of winning football games. Think about our Super Bowls. We never had an offense. All we did was kick field goals and let the defense rock and roll. That's all we did. He's been anti-bullet, and he's putting too much pressure on the defense. And I think after a certain while, man, if you keep smacking me in my face, I'm going to cry. I'm going to. I don't hit women, but if a woman keeps smacking me and she keeps smacking me, I can take the first one. Watch me smack myself now. I can take the first one. But if I keep smacking myself and I keep smacking myself and I sit there, I am going to break.
I mean, it's true, and I remember Powers pulled. You know, of course, the ball's going to the right side of the formation. Powers pulled, and here's my thing. Just me personally, I think Ben Cleveland needs to start at left guard.
Be very careful. Be very careful. You may make the world man. A whole lot of names. Where's Adarius Washington? Where's Jeremiah Moon, the speed off the edge? He got a late penalty hit, but that's what we want in Baltimore. If you can play like a Raven, sometimes we got to send a message. Where are the ambulance at? They're bringing these little carts on the field. Where are the ambulances at? This is not Baltimore Ravens football.
So we don't get in on that possession, but I'm like, this. I got a saying for us: if it's a yard, give it to Ricard. I mean, to me, it's just simple. If it's a yard, give it to Ricard.
I like that.
And I'm like, so. And even what you just said, okay, put Ben Cleveland at fullback and let Ricard be running back.
If you need an inch, draw this snap down, said, hike, then bring 360 pounds down here. If you stop it, I'll quit being a Raven fan. If you got anybody in the world that can stop it, if you got any linebacker, if you got any blitz and safety that can stop them from coming downhill, I promise you, man, I'm done with football. Because the dynamics of the game is I'm not gonna say it's rigged. I'm not gonna say it's rigged because the players play the game, but the coaches control it.
Yeah, and that same formation, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna run the same formation on fourth down, and okay, we know that the fumble happened later on in the game when it's time to go for it. It's the same formation, so. In my eyes, I'm like, where's the creativity at when it comes to just getting the yard? You don't really need no credit. You got Ricard. Not only that, where's Nick Boyle at? I mean, I like Isaiah Likely, but when we talking about just straight blocking and getting off that next man, Josh Oliver or Isaiah Likely is not Nick Boyle. They're not going to go out there and seal that edge and go get it.
I'm getting ready to bust y'all guys' bubble, man. There are a lot of lies in the Ravens camp. There's a lot of people that are more hurt and that have gotten hurt in this process. They're lying about these. You have to. You have a coaching scheme each and every week. I can't let you know that he's not playing and he said no, he's got a groin. I don't want to be too proud to tell you that. If a cornerback has a groin injury, we're running verticals all day on you. So there's a lot of players that the Ravens are keeping hush, I believe. Because when I look at them, I don't sugarcoat my eyes. My eyes are 20/20. They'll always be in 20/20. I'm a little older now, so they may be 20/30, but I still can see what I see. Yeah. And I'm looking at these guys like they are still hurt. Marcus Peters didn't even go into his stride on that vertical the other day. He's favoring that leg. There's no way in the world. And then what pisses me off is we have so many free agents. There's so many free agents that are available that I believe can hold the fork down at least. Now, Baltimore, granted, I love our organization because if we do get a stud, we are faithful to you. You can get injuries. You can take an ACL over and over again. Baltimore will give you a chance. But if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, you got to revamp this team.
It starts at the top and working its way down to coaching. And hardball, like I said, me personally, I would take the points. If you take the points and put points on the board, the score keep going up. It keeps going up. So now the other team, they got to play catch up. But in football, is either if you score a touchdown, that's 6 points. You still got to kick that extra point. There's no guarantee that you're gonna make that field goal.
I was surprised. Go ahead. I was surprised such a Hall of Fame coach decided to go for 4th and 1 and be greedy, then to extend the lead, get the crowd back on your next defensive possession momentum. Instead of saying, if I told Justin this, I tweeted him this. I would have preferred for us to punt and get nothing than to get smacked and get nothing and they get the ball right back.
Yeah, you did say that, yeah.
Because they figured, well, wow, we have gotten blowed out, but if we score right here, we're only one more score away. So when they came back to the sideline celebrating, the coach, I read the coach's lips. I went on that side, and the coach said all the way until they came back and took the lead, we're right here at it. We're right here at it. We're right. And I looked at my boy Big Mike, and I said, we're in trouble.
Yeah, because they was just stretching the field like at the wild, like it's, you know what I mean. Like if you know it's third and 10, play 2-man under. Like you said, you got inexperience back there in the cornerback position. Keep your safeties over the top. Like why is Kyle Hamilton in the box? Some of that's probably on him. He didn't follow the scheme, but you gotta play within schematic, man. Keep them guys back deep. Make the tight end or somebody else got beat. Like you know what I mean. Don't sit there, and just leave your guys one-on-one with Tyreek Hill. Like, come on now, that's a no-no, man. Like, keep them safeties back. That's why they're the safety. Keep them back. Keep them back. Like, they wasn't running the ball for us to bring them in the box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jalen Armour-Davis passed off Tyreek Hill because he threw that safety out, which he probably did. And then, Marcus Williams, he crept up. I guess he was trying to cheat and get a pick. Sometimes you can't do that. You just got to play within your scheme. If you get the pick, you get the pick. Don't, but always be at your spot, your landmark. Like you said, offensively, AJ we bust G-roll balls a lot, but they put up 38 points, man. You know what I mean? We could point out little stuff.
And believe it or not, what Greg Roman showed me in that first game, we are no longer a run first team. We don't even have no running backs. We throwing the ball there because we got to throw the ball until JK come back. They are producing nothing. And then my biggest regret, and I'm gonna tell you just, AJ, I don't give a damn if it don't be nobody but us. I'm gonna say how I feel. Eric DeCosta had a chance after the draft to literally dump and build this team with a whole bunch of money, draft picks, and power. Because if these guys are not gonna be ready, man, I would have traded them out of there. This team is too good. And do you know what we could have gotten, man, if we could have traded Marcus Peters and Chuck Clark is from my hometown, right here, Kings Fork. But if we would have, I love you to death, but got rid of Chuck Clark and traded Ron and Stanley. If these other guys are playing there anyway, and they're not on the field, and we beating teams like we beating teams, if you would have dumped them and stacked even more, with about $28 million, $30 million, we could have created a cap base. And these guys are just, and would they steal money? Hey, don't ever put me in pass and I get hurt. I'm not playing either. I'm taking all the money. I'd rather watch him be rich than the chance another injury and be rich. And so, what are you saying, Bishop? You would have traded Peters? You would have traded Stanley? You would have traded Chuck Clark? You would have, one of the running backs would have been gone. If anything, I would have kept Gus Edwards, the bus. He's 6 yards a carry. JK is promising, but that leg is shot. We don't do nothing but run. How this is knock on wood. I hope I pray have a healthy career and for the rest of his career, and I have to smack myself. But how healthy can you remain in a hard-nosed AFC running to get you hurt anyway? Leave. It's just not good. And when something happens, I'm telling you this now only because if something happens in this football and it happens to everybody, sometimes, yes, you're damn right, I wish injury on team. I got injured last year. I've been bitter. AJ, I've been bitter. Just, I've been bitter. I had to deal with 23 injuries, and the fans tell me, oh, you still got, well, hey, you don't want adding players every week. You still got players. Suck it up and win. And John Harbaugh cost us all. We could have won one game and made the playoffs down that stretch. Tyler Huntley was slinging his heart out. And because the anti-bullet, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it. Give yourself a chance to win the game. I'd rather tie and go to overtime. They was in fear that Green Bay will automatically march down the field and score. Anything could happen. Kick the points and extend the game.
I agree. Like you say, I call it renegade ball, Bishop, because he did it. Remember, years ago against the Titans, the 14-2 season, 4th and 2, 4th and 3. Tucker could have made the game 14-12 right there and had us a shot. I'm gonna let
you go. I'm gonna let you go, Jess. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go 5 seconds. If it's 69 yarders or less, I'm trying to see him break his 66 record.
Yeah, me too.
Keep extending the record, Tucker. I don't give a damn what they say. Keep extending it, man.
Yeah, but like he got to stop renegade ball, man. Because like I said, that game particularly, we could have had a chance in that game. Then last year against Pittsburgh and Green Bay and a couple other teams, like, bro, you got to give yourself a chance. You don't know what's going to happen. The person could throw an interception, fumble, whatever. Like, you just give yourself more than one opportunity. When you keep listening to analytics and that this person got hurt, that person got hurt, who gives a damn? Next man up. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I just don't be understanding him sometimes. You gotta know when to. Wise man once say you gotta know when to hold and when to fold him.
Yeah,
like he gotta pick his spots to be going for on 4th down. Like you say, you kick the field goal. It's 35. It's 35-21. It's 38-21. Now we up 17. They score. We still a 10-point game. So still got
10-point game, and that will be it. We can automatically go in the run 40 seconds down.
Yeah.
It makes me sicker to know that they only had one timeout left. They only had one timeout at 9:54, man. 9:50. Even if they had 2 timeouts, once we go in stall ball motion, we could have pushed it to 3 possessions of stall ball with a crowd, with Rashad Bateman on the possession, and I would have felt a little bit better. Still could have lost. Anything could have happened. But I would have felt a little better if he would have just made the right coaching call and sealed the game.
Then we let them score like quick. We ain't make them chew up no clock and score. We made them score quick. Back-to-back touchdown, one play.
Then if I'm that much in fear, I just stick everybody back and let you go underneath and just tackle you to make you.
I would have lived with that, AJ. I would have lived with some prevent. I would live with that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with John Harbaugh, and I've said it for years. John Harbaugh is a great people person, meaning if he gets you in a room and he talk to you and you just see how his energy is and what type of person he is, like respectful mannerisms and all of that, you can be like, man, this is a good guy.
And great manager talent.
But when it
great manager talent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He is proven. But that defense, man, that we had was, if Flacco gave us anything, if Trent Dilfer gave us anything, it was going to be a complete blowout. This team this year have the first time in the history of the Raven sports to have the number top 5 offense in the league, as well as the top 5 defense. Isaiah Likely, and guys, I'm really hurt that Shamar Bridges got hurt. You know the kid from Fort Valley State?
He was nice.
If he pulled his groin, he's a really good friend of mine. He pulled his groin on the second play on that pass interference from the end of the game.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
That pass interference that he took back the last preseason game. Y'all guys remember that?
Yeah.
He pulled his groin. I said, Shamar, We call him Show. I said, Show, are you all right? He said, I'm all right. And I got the news, man. That's knee surgery on the groin. And they gave him an injury settlement, which means they kind of keeping their eye on him. But if we would have had him, it was just a mismatch problem. The Ravens had so many secret kept weapons. I hate that John Ross got a little tic-tac injury. They went ahead and put him on the IR. But the guys like, I'm not a fan, Bands and all those slow guys, I'm a believer. They'll do good. They'll do good for quarterbacks that stand in the pocket. They'll do good. But when you get running quarterbacks, with the majority of the league is gaining those guys now that can run the ball outside the pocket, we are in trouble. And so that's why the fan base that really knows the game of football, they really won't grab guys like JPP and hell, bring T Sizzle back if you want to. I know he'll get to the quarterback right now.
At this point, why the hell not?
I will bring you. Mean to tell me, oh wait, T Sizzle, Meta BK, and JPP can't get to your quarterback? I don't need to sign nobody then.
Real shit.
If they can't get there, can't nobody. Especially in the AFC, especially in the AFC division where the quarterbacks are standstill quarterbacks anyway.
Yeah,
I was like, Bands is done. You know, the speed, he and even in the Dolphin game when he dropped back, I'm like, he done. It's time for him to move on, man. So I was like, pretty much he's just holding up a roster spot. That's all it is. We so thin at linebacker though that I don't know why Christian Welch is not getting no time. Like I don't know why he's not.
White man can't jump. White man can't jump. White man can't jump. That's BS. That white boy can play football.
He can play. I mean, he can play. I'm telling you, he can.
He covers the pass coverage better than Queen. Tell him shoot me. Tell Patrick Queen come shoot me. My family get the settlement money. He plays better pass coverage defense than Patrick Queen. Man, he is a good tackler. He rolls block very well. He's a great special team. You have a 3-1 football player. And why are these guys so prominent but can't make these minute decisions?
I remember I told you that, Jay. I was like, Malik Harrison, they about the same size, him and Christian Welch. I think Malik Harrison probably a little bigger than him, if I'm not sure. But I'm like,
I would have cut Malik too, but he's our hardest hitter on our team. Wait a minute. You know Malik is getting killed in the pass coverage and is only good for 2 downs right now. It's ridiculous. He's chunky. He took a bullet, so I want him on my team. But Christian Welch and John Ross and Queen on that outside, blitzing on the inside. Josh Ross. Oh my God. He was Matt McDonald. That was a no-brainer anyway. He was Matt McDonald's guy.
He played in the system in college, yeah.
And it, oh my God, man. It would have been
Queen is a joke. You know, to me, I always tell people Queen play like his last name, Queen. He get confused in man coverage. He get confused.
AJ, you better be careful. You better be careful. It's getting too real up here. That's what if it makes them mad, and that's what we got to get back to. We deserve that as the fan base.
I knew Queen. Look,
I don't think they are as serious as we
are. They not. But look, I'm gonna tell you, Queen. This is how I knew Queen won that. When we played the Patriots, and he let Rex Burkhead cook him in man-to-man coverage, I was like, this is what we drafted in the first round.
Rex Burkhead can run good routes up the backfield. He might not be nothing special, but he can catch up the backfield.
Man, Rex Burkhead cooked that man in man coverage.
We got a few minutes left. I want to ask y'all about 2 guys. Tyler Badie off the practice squad. He's our only hope right now. Led the whole college nation in rushing. Runs a 4.4 40-yard dash. Played great in the last preseason game and played great in the Arizona Cardinals preseason game. I was there. I flew to Arizona. Great tackles, catch out the backfield. What is going on, guys?
Coaching Harbaugh. Look, for some reason, when they come to running backs, I don't know what the deal Harbaugh got. We got Batty. To me, he can go right now. I'm telling you right now, when Gus come back, Mike Davis is getting cut. That's just bottom line.
He's gone. We don't even need him this weekend. We'll go for 2.
He getting cut. So I'm like, we got Batty that you drafted. Man, let the kid get some burn. I mean, he can be worse than what we have. Me, I like Kenyon Drake, but the problem with his running style is the offensive line is not opening the holes good enough, especially on the left. Powers can't get no push. and you got Makari playing tackle. He doesn't have long arms to try to extend, nobody. In the inside, he's good. But playing tackle, he can get that extra push.
And last but not least, AJ, the biggest disappointment of the year, Tyler Linderbaum. I'm telling you guys now. Undersized center, good kid. I had my Super Bowl replica ring on at training camp. He took it off me and put it on his hand. I love him to death. But I would take these 3 weeks to take him off the field, put him in the weight room, get him strong, then bring him back. Because right now, he's giving us no push. He's the one that fumbled that snap. And we are very easy on kids that are rookies. But let me tell you something. This is our Super Bowl run. And if we don't get a grip on it, we will be another year voided, man, over things that we could handle right now. Y'all know we should have signed Bradley Bowman back. He goes to Carolina and takes lesser money than what we're going to pay him.
I mean,
why are we failing that? What's going on?
From my understanding, what I heard is he wanted a major contract. They offered him money. He didn't like the deal, but then he went to Carolina on a 1-year deal and took less money. And that's the same thing with Zadarius Smith. EDC had that in the bag for him to come back. Buffalo signs Von Miller, and he's like, oh, I could get more money. So, I mean, look what he did. He went to Minnesota.
They shouldn't have tried lowball him though. They should have went. They should have known 8.5 wasn't enough. I don't know why they even tried to do that.
Right now, our money is tied up into, and JP knows is tied up into Ronnie Stanley, who I'm gonna be honest with you at this point right now. I don't know if Ronnie Stanley is going to play another down of football. I mean, I'm looking at it like, and you know how I talked about
injury. That's a good sign, I guess.
But that
Ronnie Stanley. Go ahead, AJ.
That ankle injury and what happened, and I talked about this, JP. When it's a lower body injury, those are the worst. But just that ankle injury and what happened, and you being a tackle and all that weight got to go back there on that ankle for support and then help kicks and all of this.
Yeah, I
don't know. Same thing with Juwan James. You seen it in the first game. He went back on that kick step. Look, that Achilles blew. It blew out. I mean, I don't know.
I would make this team so dangerous where it wouldn't even matter. I could make this team, if Eric DeCosta could show me everything he have at his disposal right now, it's going to hurt a lot of people, but I could make this team very, very dangerous. Dangerous as in teams don't even want to play us. I'm bringing JPP, AJ Boye, old Saxonville cornerback. I'm bringing some helpers in there. And what we got now, I'm signing Odell Beckham. I'm putting Lolo and the new baby in the new suite right beside Ray Lewis just to make sure he be like a pit bull dog. Don't let nobody bar with her. Because if she come in there anywhere near Baltimore, I won't play stepdaddy. But I'm just letting you know, these are the things that we need. I'm blowing it out of. I'm putting my jersey sales up. I'm making teams petrified of us because of what we're just two dynamic players away from being unbeatable, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
Two or three studs, and nobody will want to play Baltimore. When we get off the plane in your hometown, you'll say, "Oh, we're gonna lose this game."
And here's my thing. Let me ask y'all this: if Ronnie Stanley do come back, what you do with Patrick Makari now? Because the way I'm looking at it, man, Makari is. I mean, and we talked about it, JP. I said, man, we should move Morgan Moses over there and put him at right. But Makari been holding it down over there at left tackle. And I'm like,
my opinion, put him at guard. Put him at left guard. Put Makari at left guard.
Well, what you can do, if you got the balls there, you got to have the balls. If you don't have the balls, you ain't gonna be able to pull it off. Makari is doing so good. We signed him to the Jive contract. Thank you so much. Do I need to bring you flowers to every game? I will. But we got him on a cheap contract moving forward for 2 more years. I'll pull the plug on Ronnie Stanley, man. Enough is enough. You done stole enough money.
We cat-wise, we can't yet. We can't. We gonna eat. That's a lot of dead money we gonna eat, bro.
That's what you. If we eat
Can we trade him? He's getting better, ain't he?
If we could, if we to trade him, the team got to add some assets to offset the cap penalty. That's the only way it'll work.
Now, Ronnie Stanley, if you get back healthy, man, and play good, I said that in the instance of of not knowing what your situation is. He's an all-pro left tackle. He's the best. Wait a minute. He's the third best left tackle. Jonathan Ogden. And Patrick McCarry, if you ask me, baby, he don't allow nothing to get to Lamar. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, we gotta get this thing right, man. Harbaugh made a bad decision. The defense is fine. The offense is fine. Can't wait to get guys like Jeremiah Moon, Baddy, Darius Washington back on the field, man. Josh Ross, back on the field, so we can really put that speed. So it just won't be just when we got the two-step drop quarterbacks getting them down, but when a quarterback come to town, we can get some pressure. You can buy you can't buy love, but you can buy pass rush. And I pray Eric DeCosta spends the money. Because this is our first podcast and I want us to keep it going. I want to say I love y'all guys. I thank y'all for inviting me, man. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna get my schedule. We're gonna post this everywhere.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna tag the players. Hey, we're talking about you. Let's get it together. We can blow everybody out. Easy year, easy ring. Get home field advantage and let the Bills come in or deal with what we did with last year. We don't care. But come on, how about make the right decision, man? Let's walk on. You say it's week to week. Know what you did wrong. Kick the field goals from now on. Forget about it. I'm out of here, man. Love y'all guys. Peace.
Love you too, man. Be safe, man.
All right.
Sorry, AJ. Everybody, those Bishop, man. He, good guy, man. Twitter. He real fan guy like me and AJ. So like I said, we're gonna have more often, like a weekly segment thing. But yeah, that's like I was saying though. Like if it's third and forever, man, keep the safeties back. Like even if they creeping up, you as the defensive coordinator guy say, hey, Cal, Marcus, stay out of there. Like you know what I mean? Like make them dink and dunk. Like we gave 2 or 3 layups. It's like in basketball. We just stepped to the side, let them lay the ball up, like, or just step to the side, let them shoot a 3. Like, we didn't make them work. That was all 2 straight bombs, freebies. Like, make them work, man. Double cover Waddle and Hill, and make them have to go to Jasicki, Cedric Wilson, or whoever else, the running backs. Like, make them work. We just made it. We made it too easy, and I didn't like that. It was one thing they put together 10 play, 15 play drive, but they was getting free, just drop back. Boom. Like, come on, all right, double cover the guys. And then if you double cover them guys, they give you a pass rush a second or 2 longer to get a second or 2 more to get to the quarterback. So it was just Mike McDonald. This is all on him. I'm sorry. I can't put it on nobody else. I mean, I could put 10% on Harbaugh for the not taking your points and then stuff like that. But the 90% got to go on Mike McDonald. I'm sorry. It's just I can't. Like you could have made some definitely. You could have just went too high safety. Just bracket Waddle side and bracket Hill side, and then make other people beat you. Then you should have put more pass rushes on the field. You should have went with like a NASCAR package. They were throwing the ball. They wasn't running the ball.
Nah.
Take out Calais.
You got to throw the in.
Yeah, take out Broderick. You put in Travis Jones. You put in Manabuke. You put in all your speed guys and let them go after the quarterback, like how the Giants used to do. But
Jones wasn't even back for that game though. He was still out. I think he's gonna be back this week though.
Who was out?
Travis Jones didn't even play that game.
Oh yeah, he did. But I'm just saying in general, like you could have did more. Like you could have just went to a more 4-man front nickel, and then like you said, just like I said, just bracket Waddle, bracket Hill, and just everybody else get one-on-one. If Mike Gesicki would have caught 25 passes, that's good. I mean, we're doing something right. But yeah, Mike Donald got to eat this. I'm sorry, but go ahead, bro.
My boy Brian Murray, who I shout out earlier, him and my boy Chris Wright, they follow us. And Brian, both of them always text me during the game, hit me up. Brian was like, man, we're going to lose this game. He was like, I can tell you right now. He called it. When I watched the game on that Mike Gesicki touchdown, the one he had in the back of the end zone where he got super high, yeah. we only rushed 3 guys. And not even rushed because Matabike dropped back in coverage. We only rushed 2 guys on that play. Everybody else was in the end zone. So I'm like, how did they score a touchdown if everybody else is covering the end zone? I didn't understand that. On the 2 Tyreek Hill on the bomb, Kyle Hamilton, I don't know what happened because Peters was with Hill. Okay, so now Hill go up and going in the inside. Peters expecting that safety help. Kyle Hamilton looked like he was lost, and then when they scored again, that's when you seen Marcus Williams Chuck Clark, all of them was talking to Cal Hamilton like, bro, what are you doing? Are you confused? Are you lost? I mean, we telling you what you need to do. You missing your assignment. So
Right.
that's when I was like, Cal Hamilton I'm gonna say he's not ready. I mean, he's a rookie, but I'm gonna say this: he is not ready to be out there in that type of situation yet. Now, can he rebound for it? Of course. I mean, he's a rookie. This is only his first year in the league. But I feel like, for one, Chuck Clark needs to go to linebacker. If we gonna have to run a nickel set, Chuck Clark needs to move to linebacker, and Cal Hamilton can play over the top. What I don't understand, man, and please tell me, because right now, and I posted the video. I'm pretty sure you've seen the video. Odafe Owe and Micah Parsons went to the same school.
Yeah, Michael Parsons. Yeah, they played opposite each other.
They play, so here's my thing. I know it's not coaching because they went to the same school. I know for a fact Dallas defensive personnel is not better than ours. I'm just gonna say that right now. They're not better than
not at all.
Owe is bigger than Parsons. Not by a lot, but he
got about like 15 pounds. Yeah.
I think he's a little taller than him, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's a little taller.
Parsons like 6'3", yeah. So he got about like 3 and 15
pounds. So what I'm trying to figure out is what's the issue? Because if Michael Pierce is getting double teamed, Matabike is getting double teamed, and Campbell is getting double teamed, why can't you win one-on-one, or why can't you get to the quarterback?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, this is just me. We all watch film. I pointed it out. That's why I posted that video when Brian was talking about Micah Parsons and how he one-on-one now. He can play either side of the tackle. Where you want me at? Left tackle, right tackle.
He's not even really a pass rush. He just do that.
He just do that. That's what I'm saying. He's just so athletic. But where you want me at? I'm an equal opportunity guy. Everybody could get it. You know, if you want it, everybody could get it. You want me at middle linebacker, left, right, it don't matter. Defensive end, look, I'm going to make a play. When I watch film on Owe, for one, he's too high. He has no moves to get separation. He can't share blocks. You know, they say he fast. I'm like, all this stuff, I'm like, I don't see. But I'm going to tell you right now, just looking at him, he reminds me of Taco Charlton. That's why, and you going to laugh, but I'm telling you, he ain't it.
I knew he was going to be a bust because he wasn't all that at Michigan.
Owe, man, he ain't our dude. Now I will say this: Ojabo, he did have some moves at Michigan. He had a little spin move, and he always used his hands. But can we go ahead and say that he did have Aiden Hutchinson on the other side? So it's like,
yeah, you can, but he still got to make his plays though. You can use that all you want, but you still got to make your plays. You still got to win your matchups.
But so far from and Hobbs frustrated with Owe. He said it. He was like, man, he need to get more pressure. It's on the same. Justin Houston is our best.
He playing you. He in year 13. He's 30-something years. Let me ask you this, AJ. I think I might have asked you before, but do you think we should have took Gregory Rousseau over Adafio? I'm a Miami guy, so I say yes because Gregory Rousseau killing it, Buffalo. He was there. He was there for the taking.
I say yeah. The reason being is because in certain types of schools where you draft certain types of players. And for instance, when you look at Alabama, when you look at defense, I'll take any positional defense from Alabama. If I want my lineman, I'm going to the Big Ten. You know, I want schools like Iowa, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's where I want my lineman from. When you talk about DBs, you look at LSU, you look at Florida State. You know, so me personally, I say yeah. Because I'm just gonna be honest with you, Owe ain't it, man. And a lot of people might say, oh, he getting double teamed. Because I was talking to one guy online, he was like, well, he's getting double teamed, and and one guy was like, you can't compare him to Micah Parsons or this thing. I said, why not? I said Micah Parsons gets double teamed and he gets triple teamed, and he's a dog. He want to eat. TJ Watt for the Steelers, they run the same defense, if not the same, it's similar. He drops back in coverage. He plays both sides of the tackle, and he beats the double teams. And Owe is bigger than him. So I'm trying to understand what's the issue with Owe? He's not it. Like I said, to me, in Taco Charleston, we're gonna have to eat this one right here until he proved that he can consistently get to the quarterback. He too high. He has no moves. Like when you watch him, what moves does he? He always on the ground more than he up. And that's how I feel about Queen. Queen is just fast. And I said this before, and I said in the last podcast, I like how in that Jets game he was all over the field using his speed. But when you play in a team like when we did Miami, they had him in coverage against the tight end Gesicki, and I'm like, yo, where's Queen at? He get lost, he running, and I'm like, I don't know if he can't see the field or he forget to play, but he forget if he is zone or man coverage, bro. And that ain't good, bro.
You know what I think? You know what I think? What helped with that tight end stuff? Kyle Hamilton, since he's a rookie and he's still learning. Look, but now Kyle, you're gonna cover the tight end as the year go on. When you learn and pick up more, you'll play deep. But right now, we need you to cover the tight end because we got the tallest safety in the league. Let's use it to our advantage.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Make his job simple. Make his job simple for now. Then we obtain 14 out of our year, and now you can, What I mean? But right now, you cover them big ass. You take on the Kelseys, you take on the Gesicki's, the Dawson Knox. We got Hunter Henry, and John Smith coming up. Then you got the Bengals got Hayden Hurst. You cover those guys. Pittsburgh, Pat Fryermuth. Browns got what's my man Joku. You take those guys out of the game. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of teams want to go to when things get in trouble, the tight end, because they're a safety blanket.
I 100% agree, and we had talked about that. Like because we even in this Dolphin game, we was like he need to cover Gesicki. We had talked about that. Barnes got to go. I mean, he got the IQ, but he's too old.
So too depth could be a Raven. I mean, part of Super Bowl team, he's too slow. You got to. That's why Martinez makes more sense. Like I said that. I said we can get Blake Martinez for the right price. I'll take him. Like I wanted Miles Jack. Remember, I said Miles Jack, but Pittsburgh beat us to the punch.
Pittsburgh got him. Not only that, Jalen Smith. I mean,
he's still out there. Like I don't know what happened in Dallas, but he was playing. He was doing his job. I don't know what happened.
He just got signed back to New York.
Huh?
He just got signed back to New York.
Oh, okay. They picked him back up.
Yeah, they picked him back up. Yeah.
Wink liked them fast linebackers, so he's gonna do. And that defense playing pretty good over there too. But yeah, like we could have hopped on him. One of them, like Bonds, is he cool? But we need another fast guy right there, man. Like I said,
Blake Martinez would be a good fit. I mean, he's a for sure tackler. He can communicate. He can cover. And he is coming off the ACL injury. He played in the preseason. I seen him. He looked good. And he's young. He only 28, I believe. So if we don't get him, the only other guy I can see us bringing back if we needed a linebacker is LJ Fort. I mean, he's still out there. Yeah. But at this point, man, I would say the game was going good just up until the coach. I feel like so you got to remember when we didn't get them fourth downs, no conversions, momentum swung. And when that momentum swung,
unless they score with Gesicki and all that, they start getting life. They're like, we're only down 2 touchdowns. We score again. We within striking distance.
Man, that momentum swung, and my boy Brian Murray, and shout out to Brian Murray and my boy Chris Wright. He said it, man. He was like, "Yeah, we lost this game." He said, "This game is we're gonna lose." And I'm like, "Nah, we should be good." And in that fourth quarter, I know Humphrey was dealing with a groin injury, if I am mistaken. And my boy Brian Murray was like, "What's up with Marlon?" Marlon only gave up 25 yards that game when you look at the stats.
He didn't give up nothing. He didn't give up much.
He but he was like he wanted him to be that super physical corner. You know what I'm saying? And just because Gregory Parnell, another guy who follow us, he was saying that he don't believe we have like elite corners, but we have good corners. And I believe to me, Marlon Humphrey is, I'm not gonna say like super elite, but Marlon is a guy I know if I put Marlon on somebody, I know he covered. You know what I'm saying? I know. And Marlon can play inside.
He's elite in my book. He got flaws? Yes, everybody got flaws. Diggs got flaws. Slay got flaws. Ramsey got flaws. You name them, they all got flaws. Marlon's still elite, man. Come on, man.
And Marlon can play all over the field. He can play in the slot. He can play outside. He can play whatever you want.
Like a linebacker, straight and don't
tight end.
Marlon elite.
We just, Peters. Of course, he's not 100%. For one, he got to get his legs back under. That's number one. Yeah. Number two, he was just happy to play. I seen him out there making tackles. He's smiling. All of that. He was just happy to be back in football. But like I said, his legs got to get back under him. And
You
he's
know
still,
what's crazy? AJ, him coming off ACO looked better than every other corner we had out there besides mine.
he looked nice. I mean, he looked good. Like he was, like I said, he not. Of course, you know, anybody coming off an injury, especially when it's a lower body injury, you're not gonna trust something all the way. But he looked good. I mean, he was doing his thing. But we got to go get another corner. And I didn't know. How do you feel about bringing Tavon Young back? He's a free agent.
I heard that somebody said the hell yeah, because he know the system. The only thing with him was injury, same with Jimmy.
Injury.
But Tavon injuries used to be flukes, so it wasn't nothing like, you know. But like I say, he played all the last year, did pretty well, had a couple picks. Yeah, we'll bring him back. He know the system. I would bring Chris Harris Jr. in or AJ Boy or even Jimmy. Because Jimmy don't gotta start, just bring him in on third down. That's it. That way he can hold up. And like I said, they signed TJ Carey. They used to play for the Raiders and Browns. I remember him. I used to pick him up all the time. Matt, and he pretty cool. So they might need to go ahead and let him get some rec this week. I know he had to learn the playbook, but it's a good time to stick him out there because Nelson Aguilar and all of them, they're not slouches. Kendrick Bourne not a slouch. They got the rookie Tyquan Thornton who fast as hell, and like you said, you got them two tight ends. So they definitely got some. They got some weapons. They might not be big names, but they fit what they do. You seen that Aguilar Marson niggas last week, so you
Yeah.
can't thinking this is a gimmick because it's not. Because it's still Bill Belichick. It's still that Patriot way. So, and like I said, I can't remember the last time we won at Foxborough. If I'm not mistaken, was the 2012 AFC Championship. That's the last time we won there.
And Fox, I'm trying to think.
That's the last time we won. I've a couple times we beat New England. It was in Baltimore. That's the last time we won there. It was the last time we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the last time we played, we lost when they had Cam when it was raining.
Yep, but in the year before we beat them when they came out here, they 8-0. That was it. So yeah, but let's last second. Let's get to let's get to our good, bad, and ugly moments. We're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna give our keys to the game for the Patriot game and our score prediction. So what was your good, bad, and ugly moments of this week 2 game?
Good moments was Rashad Bateman, number one receiver, man. We've been waiting for it, and I'm gonna say this, man. As long as we had Hollywood, as long as he was there, I never seen Hollywood take a slant to the house.
Right.
I never seen Hollywood go across. Hollywood was scared to get hit.
He did. No. He did. He did against the Dolphins his rookie year, week 1, when we put up like 60 points.
That was a post, though. That was a post, right, though.
No, he caught a slant too. He caught the post and he caught a quick slant and went to the crib.
Oh yeah. You're right. But Bateman, I didn't know he had another gear in him, man. And look, he was against Xavier, yo.
Yeah.
So it was like he was torching that's a top corner in the league. And I mean he was torching him. So I was like, man, he was out there killing it. I feel like, to me, and I'm just gonna say it, Prochet all man out right now. I know he hurt, but
he had a pretty good camp and all of it. Now it's like,
we honestly with Duvernay, Marlowe, Robinson, and likely Prochet. To be honest with you, I think he all man out.
Tyler Wallace, they start to sprinkle my guy in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. Because I mean, we throwing the ball, we can rotate him in and out. But
now he's like in a receiving role, so that's taking away snaps too.
I feel like likely it'll get better as the year goes on. I feel like he'll get more earn a position. But this offseason, likely gonna have to hit that weight room.
He's 240. He get to 250. He good.
Yeah, but I will say this. Good. What I liked about the game was play got in on time. Plays was coming in on time. We was lining up. We was ready to go. Lamar was up there at the line. He was audibling. He was doing what he got to do to make the calls. That was the good. That's what I like. I like saying that. He was accurate with his passes, throwing. And he was out there doing his thing. Of course, the bad, what I didn't like, coaching and what it came down to. And I believe we could get a yard. A yard is only 36 inches. Yeah. But it's how you get the yard. And here's my thing. Like I said earlier, if it's a yard, give it to Ricard. He gonna get it. I don't care who you. I mean, just line it up, give it to Ricard. Even if you got to put like a lineman back there, Ricard at running back. It's 1 yard. Let Ricard go get it. Of course, coaching. It just this game, man, and it sucked too because it was a tribute game, and Lamar played so good.
Oh man, my good. The offense as a whole and Lamar and the special teams. Lamar pretty much played the perfect game. He played a Madden game. 300 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, 4 picks. Took all he was our lead rusher as well. That 90-some yard touchdown run, 100 yards on the ground, TD, 400 yards of offense by himself. Devin Duvernay has a couple catches, then they opened the kickoff to the house. And like I said, Bateman did his thing. Then Marcus Robinson contribute. Andrew did him. The offensive line did good. So that was the good. The bad. Let's see. Whew. Hardball decisions not to take the points. And going for it. That was right there. Then the bad, that snap, that messed up snap, like you said, although we made up for, but that 3 or 7 points could have paid dividends right there. Of course, the ugly. Oh Lord, the secondary and the pass rush. Outside of Justin Houston doing what he did, his shit was anemic. We made Tua really look like Dan Marino in 1984. Man, it was just like. And not to get Tua, I like Tua, solid quarterback, always been a fan of him, but bro, like, come on, man, he just lit us out like a Christmas tree. Like I said, Mike McDonald, and he didn't make sure the guys are in the right position. It was just like, it was just a flat out mess. So that'll be my good, bad, and ugly. All right, keys to the game for Week 3 Patriots game. So give me your keys to the game.
Pass rush. It's not in the trenches, man. If you win in the trenches, you win the game. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Oway need to go off this game. If Oway does not go off this game or be disruptive or get pressure, we got the Bills right after this. So if you can't get to Mac Jones, I know you ain't gonna get to Talent. So we need to get pass rush. I believe Travis Jones should play this game. So hopefully that helped because I'm looking at it like this, and I said it earlier. If Michael Pierce is getting double teamed, because we know ain't no center blocking Michael Pierce one-on-one in the NFL. If Matabike is getting double teamed, I mean, it's 5 linemen. Occasionally you got a tight end or a running back to help. But if them two getting double teamed, that's 4 people right there. Right there. So why can't nobody win one-on-one? Justin Houston, I can understand, but he is leading sack, on the team right now. But what's the problem with Oway, man? And Malik Harrison is not really, he's a linebacker, but he's not a rush linebacker. So I would say this game, I want to see if they want to activate Tyler Batty, let him get some reps in that running back if JK can't go. And shout out to JK. I didn't know this until I read it the other day. I thought he just tore his ACL. Nah, he tore his ACL, his LCL, his meniscus, and his hamstring. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a whole lot right there.
So I was like, wow, I didn't know that. But if he can go, I do. Mike Davis, cut. I mean, we should have brought back Latavius Murray for all of that. I mean, I don't know why we didn't. Time for Mike Davis to go.
Yeah, he had a few little good runs, but I can't do it.
Nah. I feel like Lamar gonna have another good game. And now this game, I feel like with the pass rush coming on both sides, I feel like we do hit the tight ends more this game. I feel like likely is gonna go off a little bit this game. If we run in 2 tight end sets, him and Andrews gonna go off. But if not, I feel like Bateman gonna get off. And shout out to Lamar because I had called it. We wasn't throwing to the left side of the field, only the right and the middle. That slant was to the left side of the field. It was up, boom, gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we are throwing to the left side of the field, and Lamar looks comfortable. I will say that he looks comfortable in this offense right now, and it just sucked that like I said, we didn't win that game. But that's what we need to do in order to beat the Patriots defensively. If you want it, we need to go out there and make a statement. Because, like I said, right after this, man, we got the Bills, and I know you've been saying how Josh Allen and been torturing people. If we don't go out there and make a statement to let the Bills know, yo, we come into play. Man, I don't know about you, man, but it's gonna be a long. That's gonna be a long game.
Yeah, true. My keys to the game is like you said, pass rush. Gotta get at the Mac Jones. That's a must. Coverage has to be a lot better. Like I said, if you got to double somebody or brag of the coverage, do it. Mike McDonald, fuck the dumb shit. Fuck the analytics, do it. We gotta be able to run the football better. Yeah, we're past the team and all that. For like I said, you don't want to get Lamar in the situation where though he dropping back 50 times. That's how he can get hurt too. So definitely gotta get a little bit of a run game better. And then special teams, keep doing what we're doing. Field position. You got the best kick in the league. Let him go. If his points there, take him. I don't care if we win 9-6. I don't care. I just want to win. I don't care about style points. Feel me? Yeah. So take the points. All right. Last part. Give me a score position.
This game right here, man. I say 28. I say 28-13.
Okay, we're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. Okay.
I say 28-13. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm just ready for us to ball, man. I'm just ready for us to go out there. I'm really, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really frustrated with the pass rush right now, especially in Oway. So right now, he's on my chopping block, bro. I'm back at the drawing board with this kid.
All right, I got I got to be a little bit closer because we was on the road. Like I said, we historically be not great there. And the Patriots do have one of the best coaches of all time, and they have a solid team. I'm going to go Ravens 27. I'm going to go Patriots 20. 7 point game.
Okay. Okay.
Lamar still with 3 total touchdowns, 2 in the air. I think he's going to run for one. Justin Tucker going to nail 2 field goals. I think our defense going to get a couple turnovers too. All right, everyone. That's it
Yes.
for the show.
Sessions in the
YouTube channel. And for the audio version, season 1, episode 8. All right, anything you want to say, AJ? We wrap it up.
I want to thank everybody for checking us out. Definitely appreciate the support. And I'm saying we go out there this weekend, we redeem ourselves. And I want to thank you, JP, for always having me on there. You know what I'm saying? And we able to talk football. And like I said, shout out to everybody who, show us love and watch our show, means a lot to us. And that's it.
I want to say, man, I want to say thank you to my guy Bishop for coming on, man. It was fun, man. Like I said, so if anybody want to come on the show, just DM me or AJ on Facebook, IG. I have Twitter as well. So, always just reach out. We'll make it happen. Like we got another guest coming on next Wednesday. My guy King Poppy from Twitter. He reached out. So we want to have him on. So, you gonna shed some light with him. So everyone, that's it for episode 2, episode 8 for the audio version. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and always remember to keep talking Ravens all day, every day. From your host, Justin P., and my co-host, AJ Henson. We'll see you guys next Wednesday, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. We out.
All right.